All right, folks, welcome back. It's the holiday trade after the presidential election, in which Trump has defeated Harris, undisputed heavyweight champ Donald Trump is back for a second round, and so far it's looking good for Elon Musk, who betted heavily on the man. He's done the damn thing. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the holiday trades, which are also doing well. So let's start off with Walmart, because Walmart, we didn't get a chance to talk about it last time because the internet went down. But here we are, and Walmart is still doing it. It still has this window open down here at around $72.54. But it's got a nice moving average. It's got a nice spacing between the 5 and the 20. And we want to just keep seeing those rolling up. We got a pretty good distance between the 150, the 200 SMA, and the 200 moving exponential. So we want to kind of watch out for that as well. We don't want to go too heavy. If we're already in the trade, then we're pretty relaxed already. But if we're trying to catch it down here and ride this wave, be careful, because we do have quite a bit of distance here. But the good thing is that this is staying close together here. It hasn't outstretched either, so we don't have that spread between all the moving averages. But we do have a nice size distance between here. So when you start seeing some, look out for those sell signals. But I don't think we're going to start seeing them until after the new year. So I think this is going to continue to run. We got a nice distance, like I said here. We got a nice recovery from this. We did have some resistance up here about 85.54, and it knocked it down. So be careful there, because that was a pretty good sell bar in that area. But we don't know if that means anything or not. But that is our new high, so we better make it the right color for the new high. But we're not going to make it thick because we don't know if it's going to remain the new high. Alright, and this one will go back to resistance support color. Alright, so there we have it. Then of course we have our gray for the gap. Okay, so watch out for 85.54. We need to get above that and make it a support and continue higher, with our moving averages continuing to follow and continuing to support. Okay, next up, we're going to get to the top, and we're going back down to the bottom, which is Apple. Alright, so Apple found its support down here at around, let's see, it found its support at 220.66, and as you can see, it's pushing back up into these moving averages, in which it's, finding that challenge again. As you can see with this red bar here and this red bar here, so we know we got some resistance coming in. We'll see on Monday, because this is Friday the 8th, on that close on the 8th. And so we'll see on Monday if we're going to continue higher, or if it's going to pull back some more, find some support in this area, and then continue higher. But right now it's looking like it's got a little bit of indecision in here. You had a little more sell-off than you had. It's not quite a doji, but it's not quite a tombstone either. So, because we do have that little tail. So you got some buyers in here, but then we also have some sellers. So there's a little bit of a war going on right now. We'll see what happens on Monday, who decided to take over. Friday, you got that sell-off on Friday because they probably were scared to hold it through over the weekend. Okay, so you got some people getting out. They'll probably be getting back in on Monday after, if we figure out whether or not it's going to be any hesitancy. Now, you know what? I believe Monday is going to be a holiday. Now that I think about it, let me check that real quick. I think Monday is Veterans Day, which is a holiday for the states. I don't know, for the government workers, but for us common folk, we'll be working on Monday. Let's see, where's my calendar. According to my calendar, November 11th is Veterans Day. So, I believe Veterans Day is a holiday for most folks. Let's see if we can find something saying if the market's going to be open or not. Maybe some kind of half-day schedule or something. Can't find anything here. Anyway, it's going to be Veterans Day, so the market may or may not be open. Or maybe on half-day schedule or something stupid. Which is weird. I don't know how a market can close when people are still out buying and trading and selling and doing different stuff. Although the banks might not be open, so maybe they figure, well, you ain't doing too much with a bank closed unless you're doing it. Anyway, so that's that on Apple. Spending too much time here, but yeah, look for maybe another little pullback because Monday is supposed to be, it's most likely going to be a half day or a holiday and ain't going to be much happening. People with the goods are going to be 4-day weekend this weekend. Probably going to be in Vegas or something in SEMA. Anyhow, next up is Amazon. Amazon is doing the thing. It retested that high and blew right through it. I thought maybe we were going to try to come back and try to close these windows, but no, it said we're going on. Ain't got time for it. Got some nice bar in here too. Look at that, some strength. So yeah, there's a lot of strength coming in the air, so I wouldn't expect it to come back down in here at all. I expect maybe a little bit of pullback to retest this area and then go higher. But I don't even really see that. I think Monday we're going to just continue to run. But we're getting far from a moving average, so we're going to have to come back at some point. So watch out for that pullback. It may cost you a couple bucks on the pullback. Let's see, the ATR for Amazon is $4.82, so almost $5. So you figure each bar is worth $5 with movement. So be careful, because let's see, at 212, $5 will put you back down here around about 206, right down in here, 206 or so. So $5, another $5. Won't take you long to get back down to 201. 2 days, most likely. 3 days to get you back down in here. 4 days to put you back all the way back down here. So careful on Monday. If we got a red, then most likely we're going to come back and retest this 201 before attempting to go higher. Or it may test it, can't hold it, and come on down even lower. So that's what I got on Amazon. Amazon most likely retest 201, continue higher. Next up, Baba is one I just added recently because I was thinking about the Black Friday coming up and the Cyber Monday, and I remember Baba is always a fan favorite during that time of year. So guess what? They're back into the holiday trade with the others. And right now, Baba's kind of selling off, heading down to, today's this day was on the 8th here. And so maybe we'll come back down here. It got way up there. Look how high it got away from the moving average down here. So let's come back in and check in with the mothership before heading higher. So I believe we might hit back down around in here at around, what's that there? About $88 or so. And find some support and then maybe hit higher. It may do it sooner. let's see, because we only got Thanksgiving, 2 more weeks till Thanksgiving, so it's that 2.5 weeks till Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So yeah, we got Baba moves. The ATR for Baba is 336, so that's $3.50, let's say, per move. So yeah, 3 days to get it down in here, right? And then we're ready to run higher again. Retest this up here. It almost made it back to this high of 121.30, but it couldn't do it. Didn't have enough. It was pushing too far, too fast. So we're gonna make that our high, strong high at 121.30. Alright, so that's where we want to retest that. But we gotta get past all this first. Alright, so look for Baba to find some support somewhere in here. And then go back up to retest that high of 121.30. Next up is BBWI, Bath and Body Works. Bath and Body Works still chopping around in this range here. You can see it back here. It hit the range and stayed in there and then popped through, came back. Now it's back into this range again, bouncing around. Put a little gap in right here, opened up a window. Well, 31.39, 30.97, and not much of a window, but it still is an open window. But I have a feeling we're gonna catch some support somewhere in here, and maybe go a little higher on Monday as we get into the closer to the end of the year. Let's see, support on the 2 minute is about 29.87. So we got our low here at about 29.72. Looks like we may open up a little higher on Monday, but we'll see what happens on Monday because we're still unsure about whether the market's going to be open or not on Monday. All right. Next up, if you know about that, let me know, and I'll try to put it out for everybody else as far as the holiday trading or as far as trading on Monday, the Veterans Day. Let's see. Next up, Costco, which, what can you say about it? Look at this monster, right? 962. So, Nothing you can say about Costco. It's a monster. It's a winner. It's a buy where you can hand and hold. If you want to spend $900 right now and buy you one and wait, you're gonna have a long wait, I think. Best be wait for the split when they let everybody, all the poor folks back in, and then ride it. If you're already in it, you're a happy camper. Alright, next up, Dick's Sporting Goods, and Dick's had a little bit of a pullback. We knew we were having some resistance problems in this area. It put in this little tail here, and buyers bought it right back up and put it right back into the moving averages. So we know we got buyers down in here, like in this price range. So it's currently, I'd say it's a buy and a buy the pullbacks. But of course you gotta do you, and I'm gonna do me. So this is not, I'm not telling you what to buy, hold, or sell. I'm just saying that there are people that are accumulating in this area. So it's not a bad area to keep an eye on. I suspect Monday or Tuesday we should continue higher. May have a little bit of a pullback on Tuesday because if we're open or not open. There may be some selling off as of Friday. A little bit of a pullback into Monday because there's no action happening, most likely, and then we'll start to move higher come Tuesday. And I don't think we have any more holidays until Thanksgiving, which is on a Wednesday, I believe. So, which is going to be weird because we're going to have Thanksgiving, and then so 2 days on, 1 day off, and then 2 days back on. I believe that's where we're looking at on Thanksgiving. So that's going to be another weird week, and then Christmas and New Year's is going to be another weird week too, because of where those days fall on. So, no, Thanksgiving's on a Thursday. What am I saying? So it'll be it's always on a Thursday, people. Excuse my brain fart. So you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thanksgiving on Thursday, where nothing happens. And then Friday is probably going to be a weekday too, because I'm not saying a weekday, but a day of not much trading happening on Black Friday. There might be some stuff happening, but I doubt it. I don't even know if the market's going to be open on Black Friday. So I'll have to find that out too. But yeah, so it's going to be a weird week then. And then December and January are going to be weird weeks because Christmas falls on a Wednesday. And so probably not going to be much happening around that time either. I know I'll be sitting on the sidelines through there. So, yeah. So anyhow, Christmas and into New Year's is going to be 2 weird weeks because you got Christmas in the middle of the week, and most people are going to be on vacation. So there probably won't be much trading. Might be some things happening, but be careful. Don't panic if you see your stock selling off because it's got no volume coming in. It's just basically, easier to sell it when there ain't nobody's buying it because everybody's on vacation. Anyhow, next up, Lululemon, and getting a little bit of pullback, hit that moving average that we talked about. Got a little bit of pullback, but we're still about halfway of this bar here. So look for some support at 308, and then maybe going back higher. We'll see what happens once we get to 308. Maybe find some support, and then head back higher Monday and Tuesday. If not, then look for some support down here in the 20, and then going higher. All right, but not a bad pullback on Lulu. I suspect it's going to take off higher. Next up, Macy's. Macy's got a little bit of pullback. Of course, we knew it was going to have some resistance up in this area. We got through the moving averages. We had a gap through them, so that's not always pretty. But, it takes whatever it's going to take to get through them. So we pulled back here a little bit. Maybe moving averages are going to support us. Maybe we'll get a bar down through, close, and in. Finish the bar up high. All we really need is a pointer to come down in here and close that out. Or a nice bar pulled back and then go up, close it. So at least we need to shut that window somehow and then continue higher. Or it may just forget about it and keep going and come back and get it later. But so far we'll see on Monday or Tuesday what we're looking at with Macy's. Alright, next up is Nike. Nike was finding some support. Found some support down around 75.25, which is good. Tested it about 3 times. It tested it 4 times actually here. That low was 75.20. This low was 75.12. This low was 75.21, and this low was 75.25. So yeah, roughly around 75.15 or so. 75.10 would be a safer area. But we know we got some support in here, and there's buyers in this area that are maintaining it. So look for Monday, Tuesday to open up and see where we're heading from here. I know in the after hours it closed at about 75.96. All right, which would have put it, somewhere in here somewhere. All right, just above this, just above the actual close. So look for our opening up somewhere around in here, 75.80 or so, and then continuing higher on Monday or Tuesday. Next up, Starbucks. Starbucks is not showing any signs of wanting to close those windows yet. It just wants to continue higher, and I think that's what it's going to do, especially after this bar in here. And it came back, found some support here at $95, and now it wants to continue higher. So I suspect Starbucks is going to go back up, retest these highs. That one's going to be the first one at 107. The next one's going to be at 110. The next one's going to be at 115 if it's lucky. Alright, but look for Starbucks to continue higher. It's got some resistance in this area for sure. This area here for sure has some resistance in it. Right here, let's see if we can find the most. This is probably the most resistance right in here. At $97. So we need to get above 97, find some support, and continue higher. Alright, right now it's getting rejected. Got rejected at 97.74, looks like. So, well, let's see what happens with Starbucks come Monday, Tuesday. Next up, Skechers. And Skechers is kind of stuck in this range in here. This no man's zone. Can't see any break of it. So it's just kind of swinging through it back and forth, and it's running into some resistance, the moving averages, but it is trying to find some support with the $60 area. So careful with Skechers come Monday, Tuesday. Looks like it may continue to sell off and then retest for support around this $60 area, maybe even $59.22. Might be even more advantageous area of support. If that doesn't work, then $55 is more of the area where lots of accumulation was happening. So keep an eye on it. 60 to 55 is the zone. Alright, for Skechers. Next up is Target. And Target is also trying to do it. It left this window open down here, but it did come back and close this window here, and currently look like it's running into some resistance, and so look for some support at around $146. If that doesn't work, then look for it to come back down and try to close this window and then go higher. It also has earnings coming up, and it also has a dividend to pay out, so that could be another factor for it to continue down lower before heading higher after Thanksgiving. Next up, Ulta. Another one I had to add because, holidays, you're gonna go get the lady's going in there to get her hair did. She's going there to get her makeup, get her, you're going in there to get your cologne and perfume for her or whatever you go to buy her there. What's that stuff she used to give? Pink candy, I think it's called. Pink candy or something like that. Cotton candy, or I don't know. That stuff smells pretty good though. So anyhow, got a little bit of pullback. Moving averages are trying to do the thing that it's supposed to do, which is support. Monday, Tuesday, we'll see what happens. Get a nice green bar, we know we're going to continue higher. Alright, next up, the grand finale of Walmart. We already talked about it in the beginning. Alright, so expect Walmart to be hitting some resistance here at 85.69. We need to get above and find it for some support to continue higher. If that doesn't happen, look for the support back down here at the previous high of 81.50. Alright, so far Walmart's looking pretty strong and heading on into the to the end of the year. Alright, so that's it for the holiday trade, folks. Thank you for listening, following, liking, subscribing. Hit the notification bell for the next one. The rundown, I didn't get a chance to finish that for this month, and I'll probably work on that this morning also. But that's what I got so far this morning for you. I hope you like it. I hope it's informative for you, and look out for the next one. And remember, be careful out there. These markets are crazy.